Well guys, it's officially 1 p.m. on July 15th, and you know what that means. Time to go back to college, baby. It's been over 10 years since I've gotten a chance to play a college football game, and damn, I'm ready for it. I didn't get a chance to hop into the NCAA 14 revamped or anything like that, so I'm really glad that I get to start fresh with this game. Might be good too, because from what I've heard, the gameplay is actually a little bit different between the two games, and I'm really excited to see how much different it is. And even though I am going to be doing the road to the college football playoffs as well as the dynasty sometime down the line, we got to start with the road to glory, man. I got to get used to this game because, again, it's been a long time since I played a college football game, and if this really is nothing like Madden, actually that might be a good thing for me, but still, it's going to be a little bit different, so I really need to get used to it before we end up going to an actual team. Now, honestly, would it be great to start as a 79 or even like a 75 overall? Absolutely. But is that realistic? No. I'm no Sketch, I'm no Bordeaux, I'm no any of those guys, so honestly, I gotta be an underdog to start. Truly, that's where I definitely belong. Now, we are going to be doing quarterback because, again, for some reason, that is my worst position. I really need to get better at that. So we're going to be doing that, and hopefully we can really improve right away. And even though we have a couple different archetypes for quarterbacks, I think I'm going to go with the improviser. I never actually make scripts for these videos, so hey, it's what I do best apparently. Or maybe not. Sometimes I do get off the rails. But either way, decided to skip all of the customization for you. Didn't want you guys to have to actually sit through that. But as you guys can see here, once I actually move my camera, we are 60 overall. Not necessarily great, but again, with the school that I think that we're going to end up going to, I think we might be okay. But it looks like we have 3 mental abilities that are controlled by individual meters that we can upgrade by completing objectives. We'll definitely see that throughout this entire season so we can see what ends up going on, but it looks like we got fan favorite, road dog, and clear-headed. So increased composure gains at home, increased composure gains on the road, and protection for composure loss. Not too bad. We're going to work our way up here. But you guys can see our stats down here in the lower left. Not great with the elusiveness or accuracy, but pretty decent power and good health. Also a little good quickness, but we need to improve that IQ. But again, 60 overall, not a bad start. We'll definitely improve as we go through college. And I love the fact that they're doing this. Now, don't get me wrong, I missed the old high school thing from the old NCAA games, but the fact that they're kind of streamlining this, but still making it an important part of the college selection is pretty damn cool. Now, in terms of what's most important for me, now, yes, I would love to play immediately, but with a 60 overall, don't think that's really going to happen, nor are we going to get into a school that's going to be in a respected conference. Now, we could always go academic, but honestly, especially since we can actually export these players from this game into the new Madden, it'd be really cool to actually do an entire series on that and go through the pros as well. So we want to make sure that we develop over time. So by the time we end up graduating, we'll actually be good in Madden 25. Now, in order for that to happen, I think we're going to have to stick with the same head coach for an entire career. Now, don't get me wrong, it'd be cool to play for a prestigious head coach, but it's possible another school might be able to pull them away. So let's play with the same head coach for the entire career. And yeah, we definitely want a fun college experience. I know it's a video game, but are you kidding me? I mean, truly, who doesn't want to have a good time in college, right? Either way, though, it looks like we have a lot of schools that actually do kind of fit the bill. I mean, Northwestern is great. You know, I grew up in Chicago, and I know that they were a really great academic school and a pretty decent football school from year to year. Now, it looks like we would be number 2 on the depth chart. That would actually be pretty great. We got Virginia, again, a lot of really good schools. FAU as well. But honestly, I think my mind was made up before we even got into this part. And it doesn't look like I even see the team that I was going to choose here. So let's go to the right conference. We're going to go to the Mountain West. And we're going to select my alma mater, at least the one that I got one of my master's degrees at, San Diego State. That is going to be a really fun college experience too. It is a beautiful, beautiful city. And there we are, committed to the Aztecs. I think this first video is just going to be us getting up to that top spot on the depth charts. Every video after this, I think it's going to be 2 games. That way we can get through the seasons pretty quickly and work on to Dynasty as well. But considering the fact that we are starting at a 63 overall, it might take a little while. But either way, if we get to an 80 overall by the end of this series, I think I'm going to be pretty happy. I don't know how quick we're going to be able to progress in each of these weeks, but we'll definitely see over time. Now, we still do have 1 skill point that we have to spend, but I think we're going to save that because nothing else is worth only 1 skill point, and I think the next one is probably going to be accuracy. That's going to be pretty big for us because, again, back in the Madden series, we kind of had some issue with accuracy, so it's going to be really nice to hopefully have that be improved in this game. Now, right off the bat, looking at the depth chart, we are 3rd. And it's going to take a while to get up there because it looks like both the quarterbacks ahead of us are sophomore redshirts, and they're a 79 and a 75 overall. It's going to take a little while to get up there, but again, we're going to go through each week and just hope that we can get up there eventually. If there was a way that we can get up to an 80 overall quickly, I was going to say if we can get up to 80 overall before, the end of our college career, that'd be great. But 80 overall quickly to be able to get up to the number 1 quarterback on the depth chart. That'd be really great because, again, these guys are sophomores, which means that, yeah, they're going to be sticking around for a while unless one of them ends up transferring. So let's start advancing weeks. I think we're going to get into practice at some point now. We're in preseason, obviously. So week 1 here, needless to say, we're not really going to be playing in any of these games coming up quick because we're not even the backup quarterback, which means we're not going to get reps later in the game, and it's not like we're going to be holding kicks either. So let's get into this dashboard here. Never mind, we got to talk to our offensive coordinator first. I'll give a polite answer. I'm not a dick. I suck too. My overall is so low. Why would I be confident? So let's just get into the weekly agenda first. So obviously we have academics here. We have an exam in 8 weeks, and we are clueless right now. Our leadership is low. We got to increase that. Health is fine, and we got to increase the XP, obviously. We're a local hero, that's great, but hopefully we can actually make our way up there and get some NIL deals. I have 6 energy. Put 1 into studying, I think. I think it's going to be important to at least get up to basic before the exam. I guess we can do a training, actually. That's going to be 2 energy, but really, again, we need to start to up that. See, our health kind of went down a little bit, but we're still fine. I think we're going to be fine kind of keeping it there. We have 3 energy for the week. I kind of want to up the leadership here. Why not? We're going to get up to medium at some point. And then we'll actually do 1 more in studying too. We're almost up to unprepared. That's nice. It sounds like me throughout college. So let's practice. And you better believe we're going to actually do this too, because again, I have not played this game at all. So it'll be nice to actually get a feel for what this game is like. And just to kind of get a feel for what it's going to be like to be, kind of under center, let's go with the pass skeleton. It'd be nice to see how our accuracy and throw power is. I feel like these are going to be similar controls to Madden, but obviously a different feel. We're gonna hit him out of the backfield. Ooh. Okay. I actually like this. This feels good. It does feel a little different from Madden for sure, and I appreciate that a lot. It's a bad throw. Okay, yeah, we got to be better on that. I feel like our timing is a lot different than it is on Madden. So we got him across the middle. That's a beautiful throw. We might not be very accurate, might not have the best throw power, but man, if we don't have just a fantastic feel to it though, you know what I mean? Not a great read right there, but hey, at least it's getting us some points. Oh yeah, he's going to be open out of the backfield. Touchdown, baby. So again, we're kind of taking some of these easy reads here. Oh, what a nice little move there. Now, it'd be nice to get up to at least a silver. We're only at bronze right now, so we need to pick up a big play. It's not bad. And it looks like this is going to be the last one, too. That is unfortunate. And yeah, it's going to be picked. Not the way to end up finishing that, but either way, still get the bronze. We get 200 plus in our coach trust. And hey, that's a little something. All right, so this might take a little longer than I thought it would, but it's still going to be okay. We're going to be fine. We haven't even played a game yet, and we're getting coach trust. Yes, we're the 3rd stringer, but we'll work our way up there. Why did we go down? Oh, hey, it looks like we're rooming with the quarterback. Nice. Okay, now here's the thing. On one hand, I feel like we should be a good teammate here, right? Should help him out. But at the same time, if we're going to make our way up the depth chart, I feel like we need to be a little sneaky. But is that really the way that we want to start? I don't think so. We'll be a good person here. We'll be a good person. Okay, at least the teammates respect me. That's a positive. So let's play the game. Let's see what ends up happening. I think we're going to get into like simulation here. But let's see. I mean, we're 11 overall better. So I think we can end up winning this one. Look at those helmets too, by the way. These are actually really cool. I'm not going to lie. And again, being an alumni of San Diego State as well, it's actually really cool to see the stadium too. Really brings me back. Granted, that wasn't my undergrad, but still. It's cool to be on campus. And plus, San Diego is just a beautiful city in general. Looks like we're up 7-0. How are we? We're down on FCS Midwest. Okay, thankfully we end up going up before half. That's great to see. Now we end up pulling away. That's good to see. But they ended up tying it. But we end up winning with a touchdown after they end up getting a field goal. We're going out there and we're celebrating. That's great. But we just hung on barely, 51-49 against an FCS school. And it looks like he had a really efficient game. It's going to be difficult to actually get above him on the depth chart. But yeah, not bad. Had no real mistakes there. That time will come, huh, Coach? I'm holding you to that. But if we can keep improving the coach trust and also the respect of our teammates, maybe it'll end up going a little bit better. I don't know, maybe a little quicker. our tight end wants us to drive them, you know what? Again, we'll be a good teammate. If it helps us out a little bit, screw it, we'll do it. Now, again, looks like for the academic advisor, obviously we need to stay at an eligible GPA here. But if we finish each of the first 3 years with a 3.7 or better, we can graduate early and then we don't have to care about grades in our senior year. And that means that we can probably upgrade other things a little bit quicker too when we don't have to worry about school. So we'll see what ends up happening. It depends on how easily we can get up to like a 3.7. But that's actually really cool to know. And again, if we're looking for development beyond college, it'll be nice to be able to just really kind of work out that senior year. And let's go for 1 energy per week. Just for 2 weeks though, we'll receive 500 followers for the contract. That's actually really cool. Maybe we should do that. Take the local deal, why not? Get that third string quarterback in there. That's going to get you a lot of business. That's nice. My follower amount ends up increasing there. Now, if only that could actually happen in real life. So another week, another practice. But this time, we're going to actually, just for fun, try one of these skill ones. This pocket present one looks a lot of fun, too. You're dodging projectiles and shattering targets. Let's give it a shot. And this is good, too, because my pocket presence has never really been that good in any of these games. Oh, I already got hit. Can you believe that? Dodging. Just stay in the circle, though, buddy. Okay, this is actually really difficult to pay attention to everything. I'm not gonna lie. We did get hit once. Almost twice. I just ran into one myself. Isn't that just terrible? Oh, we did not mean to leave the pocket. Okay, so that's gonna be one of those things that I'm gonna have to be aware of. I just got hit by another one. Yeah, we only got bronze because we got hit multiple times, so I'm gonna have to improve on that. I'm horrible in the pocket, but that'll be something we work on. That's why I'm a 60 overall. So now because of that, we can actually upgrade our player, and we're gonna upgrade our accuracy. I think that's gonna be pretty important, and that actually brings us up to a 68 overall. I appreciate that. I know you guys can't see that because my face is blocking it, but just trust me, that says 68. Looks like we're taking on Oregon State. They're only 1 overall higher than us, but still, again, we had trouble with FCS, so let's see if we can actually win this one. We didn't score again after the half. That's rough. We gave up 14 points in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter was just boring as hell, apparently. We end up going down to Oregon State, and yeah, looks like Branson ended up being the player of the game, 230 yards and 3 touchdowns. But in this game, Duffy actually had a little tougher of a time. He only completed 60% of his passes, had 2 touchdowns and 1 interception, with 262 yards. Don't worry, soon we're not going to have to worry about just sitting out these games. At the very least, once we get to second string, we'll have a chance to get some garbage time, and again, we'll end up being able to hold for some kicks too, I think. So let's get another practice in. Let's see what we can do here. This time we're going to continue to go to this, but I think this time we're going to go with the target passing. I think this is one that they kind of had on Madden as well, but still, one that might just feel a little different in this game too. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to... That was a great throw, don't get me wrong, but we need to hit a target. We're going to do that. We're going to wait for this guy. That's a beautiful throw. And he catches it too. And again, for how similar this game really kind of is to Madden, there's still so many differences too, and this game just feels a lot better. Although him missing that catch is very Madden-esque. Can't believe we keep missing targets though. At least we end up getting the bronze. We're going to have to get better at that too. We just need to not miss any targets in those. So we're facing Cal this week. It's going to be pretty interesting. I do not see us winning this one, especially being at 1-1 and losing that badly to Oregon State. So let's see what we can do against Cal here, and let's see if we can pick up our second victory of the season. And unfortunately, the offense just did not put it together today. We only managed to end up scoring 2 touchdowns, and those were in garbage time. We end up going down 24-17. I mean, Duffy had 322, but again, I would assume that that was just coming in garbage time. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. God, let's just get a position battle sooner rather than later. I do not want to be a backup for the entire freshman season, you know? And if not, why wouldn't you just redshirt me? Give me an extra year of eligibility, man. Come on now. So let's go. First divisional game, or first divisional? Sorry, I'm so used to playing Madden, guys, my bad. First conference game here as we face the 76 overall Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. I love these guys, I'm not gonna lie. Thankfully, at half, it looks like we got a commanding lead, 24-3. They They end up scoring coming out of half and scoring again, and it looks like we're on the verge of giving this one up. How did they end up tying it? Dude, it's coming down to the last minute. We go into overtime, and thankfully, I don't know what ended up happening there, but we ended up winning that one 35-33 in overtime. We had a huge, huge lead going into the second half, and we ended up blowing it, but thankfully, again, we came out on top. Duffy threw for 313 and 3 touchdowns, but only a 65% completion. So as we get into week 7 here, we're getting close to actually getting a position battle here, but still, it's been a bit of a grind to get up there, unfortunately. Still have a lot of things that we have to end up, kind of upping here, but we're getting there. And our coach trust is getting up there as well. And let's get into practice. Again, these have been a lot of fun. I'm really happy we have a lot of different options for this. So again, we're not going to get a chance to play here, unfortunately. And looks like our offense hasn't come to play either. We go down 4 scores early. And by halftime, it's 38-17. We just got absolutely walloped by Wyoming. That was so bad. 59-31 against a team that was 3 overall less than us. And man, not necessarily the greatest game for Duffy. Only 243, a touchdown, and an interception. But they brought in the backup. Hopefully that'll be us soon, but 12 for 16, 204 and 2 touchdowns. He actually played pretty well. Hopefully that's not going to affect our chances of working our way up there, but either way. It's going to be our academic advisor. How did we do? 3 Ds and an F. How? We had a basic understanding of everything. That's at least a C. But somehow we're still at a 3.0. Gotcha. Oh, look at that. So we got good news. We're going to advance this week, and if that little roadmap right there is correct, we're about to get a chance to challenge Kyle Crum for the backup job. Let's see if we can end up becoming the number 2 man on the depth chart. So it looks like we just have to beat his score here. I think that's going to be feasible. 2,000 points. We can do that. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, look at that route right there. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. And he ends up getting him for the tutty. We're getting there already. Can you believe it? Open across the middle. They were just playing a really deep zone there. We knew he was going to be open under. Oh, speaking of open. Oh, let's go. I can't believe he actually fit it through there. That's what I'm talking about. And he's going to be open again. And he hung on to it too. We got the bronze. We just need to keep this score up. That's going to be the main thing. And with just 3 seconds to go here, let's see if we can get him on the out. There we go. And he's going to end up scoring there, and we end up getting the silver for that as well. We need to get 10,000 points. It's going to be tough. Let's see if we can hit him there. Perfect. That's a tutty. Oh, and if a touchdown is 1,000 points, dude, we could be good. Nice. And 500 for that little extra thing too. But I think we need to stand in there while we do it. Hold on, let's see. Oh, that was a bad throw. I think we just need to run over it, though. That was stupid on my part. There we go. I wish he'd stop just running curls. I want a touchdown. It's the last one, too. Come on. Oh, can we get all of these? Can we get all of these? I think we can get all of these. No, we can't. Okay, so we didn't win the second one. We just need to win this third one on the option. All right, I need to learn how to actually do this better. All right. Oh, it's LB. Nice. Let's go. Look at that. I am horrible on the option, but that one ended up working out. So unless we get some kind of miracle here, I don't know if we're going to end up winning this one. Thankfully, he ends up taking it to the house. With that multiplier, we haven't done a damn thing here, but we ended up beating his score. And let's go! Battle 1, baby! We are now the second string quarterback. Still got a little bit to go before we get up to the first string, but now we actually have a chance to get in some games. So finally, we're hopping into a game where we have a chance at getting into the game. So let's see what ends up happening. We look like we're pretty well matched up here. Washington State Cougars, 80 overalls going against each other. We're at home, so let's see if we can win this one, and let's see if we can get in this game. And, oh my gosh, we go into overtime again, and we end up coming out on top. Let's go. Can't believe that. That is our third overtime game of the season already. And unfortunately, we didn't get out on the field, but we did end up picking up the win. So it looks like we need to get up to 6,400 or something like that for Coach Truss to be able to challenge for the starting role. So it looks like we have a pretty big matchup against Boise State this week. I think they're going to be one of the better ones in the conference. No way! I thought we were down and out, and somehow we bring it back and we end up winning 35-34. I was not expecting that. Duffy threw for 5 touchdowns. How is Coach going to give him up to put us in? Someone answer that for me. So we got another Mountain West matchup here against New Mexico, who is 3-2 in conference and 3-6 overall. We're only 2-1 in conference, so we need to win a couple games here. Thankfully, we are 6 overalls better than them, so hopefully we can put the hurting on them, and hopefully we can get in this game for just a couple plays. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get in the game because we are not laying the hurting on them. We're down by a score, but thankfully we do take the lead before half. And we score out of halftime as well. And despite the fact that they did try to make a couple of comebacks, we still end up winning 42-33. We're 3-1 in conference play now, which is really great. We're going to stay close to the top of the conference. And let's just hope that we can keep this up. I don't know why people were celebrating with me. Duffy had 364 and 5 touchdowns again. That's crazy. So another big conference matchup. UNLV, who is 7-2. Both losses came in conference. So hopefully we do have a chance here. They are an 80 overall, so we're pretty well matched up. Let's go in there and actually beat them in Vegas. Barring an injury, I don't think we're going to be seeing the field. Now, I'm not hoping for an injury, obviously, but you never know. And unfortunately, we just end up dropping it by a field goal. Yeah, it was in the fourth quarter, not the third, my bad. And we end up dropping 16-13. What happened to that offense that we've seen this entire season? But maybe that'll actually allow us to be able to challenge for that position sooner rather than later. Oh, and we can get extra credit in our history of American music just by going to a concert? Yeah, let's go. And now again, we go into another matchup, but this time against Utah State. It looks like it's going to be an easy matchup. They are only an 80 overall, and they're 3-7? Really? Interesting. Oh, let's see if we can beat them in Utah. And unfortunately, I can't believe we end up dropping that to 3-7 Utah State. At this point, I didn't think that coach was going to be able to replace us at quarterback, but now I think he kind of has to. Bro, this is a true underdog story. So another Mountain West game, this time against Air Force. They are 75 overall. Bro, with a 74 defense, if this offense can put it together, we might get a couple snaps. Even if it's just to hand the ball off, I don't give a damn. I want to see the field. Let's go. And at halftime, 14-6. Marching downfield. Love that. Love that. Now we're pulling away with it. That's going to be game, guys. GG's. And Air Force goes down 35-18. Big game right there. Wish we could have seen the field, but no such luck today. Looks like Jackson Arnold ended up winning the Heisman this year, as we didn't even see the field once. It's a little rough, but you know what? We kind of expected that, being an underdog and everything, but either way, it looks like we're getting the Armed Forces Bowl against UMass, the Minutemen. I'm glad that our team does not start with a C and have a big C as a logo. Either way, though, this is going to be a really interesting battle. Somehow we're a 76 overall. I don't know how that ended up happening. We were at an 80. But, again, maybe we can actually get in this game. That'd be really nice. Our offense just ain't putting it together in the bowl game, guys. Unfortunately, only 2 field goals this game. We didn't even score a touchdown in the bowl game. That's rough, and we took a beating 31-6. Now, we do have a chance to enter the transfer portal, but honestly, again, with our overall and everything, I don't know who would end up wanting to take us and start us right away. We've made a lot of progress this year. We made our way up to number 2 on the depth chart, and we're close to being able to challenge for QB1. If we can do that to start our sophomore season, that would be really great. Well, very uneventful freshman season. Unfortunately, to start the season, we're back at number 3 on the depth chart. That's unfortunate. We're going to have to take this position back again, and then hopefully we can challenge Duffy pretty soon thereafter. Let's see what we need to do to earn Coach's trust to be able to get that starting spot that we didn't end up getting last season. I know we're going to end up getting up to number 2 on the depth chart soon, but we want that starting spot really quickly. We don't want to waste our sophomore season like we did our freshman. And I gotta say too, I love the fact that they're actually making the underdog experience an underdog experience. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can make it easier by going to, a lesser school that has a worse quarterback or something like that, but at the same time, they're still making it difficult to get up here. So I think that's actually really cool. It makes it a lot more realistic too. So again, as we watch from the sidelines, we're going to be taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. Looks like our overall went down to a 76. And they're at an 81. This might be an ugly game. And now they're going to be able to pull away, and we end up losing 38-31, unfortunately. Looks like Duffy didn't have the greatest game in terms of completion percentage, only 54%, but 293, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Not too bad. So again, we're not going to see the field here, but we do have 0-2 Washington State. Hopefully we can pull out our first victory of the season, but man, our offense is definitely nowhere where it used to be, I should say, despite the fact that now we have 21 points before the half. And man, I guess it was just a really slow start for our offense because we ended up pulling out 47 points in that game, and we end up winning 47-28. That's great, but again, we want to get to starting. And how are we going to do that when Duffy keeps throwing for mid-200s and 3 touchdowns with no interceptions? It's going to be a little rough to kind of compete with. Bro, we ain't going to be starting until we become an upperclassman. I think this one's going to be a tough one against Cal, man. They are 8 overalls higher than us. I don't foresee us getting a victory here, but surprisingly, we're remaining somewhat competitive coming up to halftime, and unfortunately, it's going to end as a 30-7 loss. We only scored once in the beginning, so maybe they need us. Duffy, very inefficient, 37%, 189 with only 1 touchdown. Was he better on the ground, though? Just a little bit with 31 yards. And let's go. We finally have a chance to become number 2 on the depth chart yet again. And it's great because I just crushed it in the classroom too, so let's crush it on the field. So it's time we win this one, best 2 out of 3 yet again. Now let's make sure that we're really careful on where these balls are flying from. I don't feel like getting hit in the face with one. That's definitely not my preference. So let's hang in there, let's keep it up. Looking real good. Oh, almost getting hit by that one. Get back in the pocket though. It's okay, we're looking good still. Just barely avoid that one. We're looking real good, dude. What's going on? Nice. Still haven't been hit. Stay in the pocket. As you got hit in the back. Oh, no. That's rough. That's okay, though. I still think we have the points to win this one. And that is going to put us up 1-0 in this one. Let's go to that option attack. Let's run it right up the middle there. Nice play. Nice. Go. Run it, baby. Let's go. Tutty. Again, dude, they just don't know what we're doing. Is the option going to work for us? All right, we only need a couple more to go successfully. Let's go. We got another tutty there. Beautiful. Okay, we need to improve now. Oh, he gets out. Let's go. That actually seals it, I think. Nope, we need one more. That's all right. Just a couple more points. That is going to be the couple points we need. Whoo! That was a close one, honestly. And that's only because we threw that one fumble. There we go. Nice pitch. A little late, but still. Ends up working out, and we end this one with a touchdown. We already won the first 2, so I don't know why we have to play the third, but let's just indulge him. Why not? Let's just prove why we deserve to be the starting quarterback. It doesn't matter. We only had to win best out of 3. Let's go. We end up winning that one. Look at that mean mug right there. And let's take that second spot on the depth chart. Dude, and we're getting really close to being able to face Duffy. So let's get into this game against Northern Illinois. Fingers crossed is going to be one of the last times that we're going to be sitting on the sidelines before we're able to get into a game. Hopefully we can take over the starting job about halfway through the season. And hopefully we can end the season on a good note. We should have 2 full years of being the starter, so let's hope that we can actually keep that trust. And at the end of the first half, looks like it's tied 17-all. But neither offense has really put it together in this second half. And unfortunately for Northern Illinois, we end up turning it on in the fourth quarter. We scored 13 in the fourth quarter and end up winning by 1 score. Wow. Duffy gets player of the game, which is not good for us. That means that he probably gets a little more coach trust, but again, we looked really good holding the clipboard. Look at this Chad right here, trying to get me to cheat again. No can do, buddy. I gotta do this legitimately. And it sucks to sit on the sideline in this one too, because this one's against Boise State. So it would have been a tough matchup, don't get me wrong, but still, if we start with the tough matchup and we do well, at least we know we can take on other good teams. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case though, because it looks like we are going to be sitting on the sidelines yet again with our clipboard, watching Boise State just absolutely destroy our defense. And the end of the game ain't looking too much better because, man, Boise State really turned it on in the third as well, and we end up losing this game 41-7. Coach, you know what you got to do, especially considering the fact that Duffy only threw for 90 yards, no tutties, and four interceptions. Put us in there, Coach. We can do it. So let's face Nevada. They're 2-2 this season, and we match up pretty well against them, honestly. So it's going to be a good game. I was right. It's a pretty competitive game going into half. I mean, it looks like it's 14-6. It started 0-0 for the longest time. And it doesn't look like our offense is getting any better. Thankfully, we ended up scoring there, but Nevada responds, and we end up losing 24-21. This is a lost season for our team. And hey, again, I think we only got one more week until we can actually challenge for the starting spot, and then we can actually turn things around. Okay, it looks like we're only a couple hundred trust away. We got this. One more week of practice and we get a bronze or a silver. We're going to be good. And hopefully one of the last games that we're going to be on the sideline. I know I said that a couple games ago, but this time I really mean it. San Jose State, it's going to be a tough matchup, especially as our overalls kind of compare, but doesn't mean we can't win. And boy, do we just lay a f***ing hurtin' on San Jose State, despite the fact that they made a nice little comeback there in the end. They scored 20 in the fourth, but we still ended up winning by 8 points, 34-26. So as we advance to week 8, we see that we do have a chance potentially to end up picking the starting spot. So it's time, baby. We need to go out there with a clear head, and we need to make sure that we make good passes here. We can't just around like we have been in practice the last couple weeks. We need to actually get good points here because I feel like those thresholds are going to be a little bit higher. Need to be 10,000 points in the scramble survive. Can we do it? We just need to get around these guys. Someone come back to the ball. Thank you for catching that. Question is, can we... Ooh, no! We end up getting sacked, and I think that's going to unfortunately do it. Without the multiplier there, we might be a little SOL. Need to pick up a throw here, though. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to take it in this first one, which means that we really need to buckle down in rounds 2 and 3 if we want to be able to get it. The defense obviously does not want me to have the starting spot. That's all right. We have a chance in the passing skeleton now. We just got to be 2,000 points. Honestly, that should not be that difficult. We've been doing that consistently in practice, so let's make that happen right here as well. Can we get in the end zone on this one? We cannot. He stopped short. Got to go to him, though. It's going to be the best call. Nice! That's a tutty. Thankfully, it looks like we're going to end up winning the second one as well, barring some catastrophic meltdown. We even got up to silver! Who is this guy? Alright, well, it's best 2 out of 3. Let's win this third one right here. We've done well on the option attack before, too, so let's hope that it's another one just like that. There we go. Great run right there. But we still have a lot to be able to catch up to. And we just f***ed ourselves. We legitimately need just the biggest comeback right here if we want to get this. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Although we're doing it ourselves here, but I don't think that's going to be enough, though. Well, who knows? Maybe if we actually get a good one right here. Let's get out there. No, we're just short. We are literally 200 points short. But that just means we need to go out there next time and be a little more prepared. And Utah State is actually ranked number 19. That's pretty impressive. It's going to be a tough battle. Hopefully Duffy does not have a good game. And thankfully, we've been keeping it pretty competitive to kind of start here. I mean, we're tied almost at halftime. We pull the upset over Utah State. I don't know how we did that. That definitely wasn't us, but we'll take any victory we can get. We're 4-4 this season. We handed them their first loss of the season, too. But that also means that we might not get a chance to re-challenge for QB1 since we ended up picking up that victory. And it looks like he did pretty decently, too. But again, our coach trust is up over 10,000. His is at 9,600, which means we should get another chance right here. We don't. I guess we can't do it consecutively, I guess. I don't know. So another conference matchup against UNLV. We're a little higher than them in the rating, so let's see if we can pick up a victory here. Either way, it's a tie game at half. Let's see who ends up pulling it out in the second half. Not a lot of offensive production here. Thankfully, we do end up scoring, and that might allow us to win the game. I can't believe UNLV ended up picking that up. They ended up going up in the fourth, and we lose by 1. Now it's time to change a quarterback. Coach, we're coming off a loss. We had the lead late. I think it's time that we change something up here. And if we're going to change something up, I think I know what we need to change. It's that QB1. Now let's go. Take 2. Let's do it right here. We got the scramble survive again to start. Hopefully that up in elusiveness and everything is going to help out, especially in this drill. Can we hit him on the... there we go. Nice throw right there. Starting off pretty well. Let's keep that multiplier up, right? Good holding by the line. Nice throw again. We got this now. I trust. I trust. Wholeheartedly. Can we pick up the other 500? We can. And we got another touchdown, baby. And it looks like we're going to win this first one. So let's go. We only need to win one more right here. Shouldn't be too difficult. I have faith. We only need 2,000 points right here. But question is, can we end up getting it? We're getting some pretty good plays by our receivers. Question is, can we keep that up? What a play right there. And that keeps us with that multiplier. Let's see if we can keep that up again. Great catch. Let's get those points. And hopefully this is going to be the one that gets us the dub. It is not. Correction, hopefully this will be the one to get us that dub. Can you go down? And we do get over 2,000. But I'm not going to say that we won the starting job yet until Coach tells us if we did or not. And despite the one pick, it looks like we do end up winning that one. Let's see if we can get a clean sweep right here, though. Nice. Can't believe he got that one out. Let's see what we can do here. Let's go. He committed. He committed. Boom. Tutty. By the looks of it right now, we're going to get this clean sweep as we get out on the option. And man, they were not looking for us. What the fuck was that? That was a bad call on my part. All right, come on now. Committed again. Bro. Can't leave me wide open like that. Don't you know who I am? Another one. Well, one more touchdown and we actually got this. I probably could have actually scored. Okay. One more big gain and we got this. No! No! I can't believe that. It doesn't matter though. Despite the fact that we just missed out on that last one again, doesn't matter. We still ended up winning the battle, baby. And let's go! QB1! That's what I'm talking about! Dear God. And we did that on a bye week, too. I can't believe it took us to week 11 in our sophomore season. But we're finally up there. I can't believe it. So let's advance the week. Let's see who we're going to be playing next week in week 12. And let's see what we're going to be up against. And let's see what our academic advisor has to say. Looks like we crushed it. Let's go. I know we got finals in week 15, but we aced our exam. We're doing great in classes, and now we're the new starter. Things are looking up for Wally the Bandit. So it looks like our first game as a starter is going to come against Hawaii, who's 3-6 this season, and sitting at 0-5. So we'll end up doing our schoolwork, our practice, and everything like that in the next video, and we'll end up taking on Hawaii and whoever we end up facing in week 13 as well. That took us a lot longer than I thought it was going to get the starting job, but hey, you know what? We are a true underdog story, and thankfully we just proved how long it took to actually get from underdog to starter at San Diego State. Really happy with the progress, though. Let's hope that we can end this season on a good note. We are sitting at 4-5, so we got to win out to be able to be eligible for a bowl game. So that's going to be our main goal for the rest of this season, and hopefully we can go out and just absolutely dominate junior and senior year. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.